All right, let's jump right in. We're going to be talking about unlocking your potential. And I don't mean sometime way off in the future, I mean right now. The whole idea here is that your best season, your time to make a real impact, well, it's not something you should be waiting for. It's happening as we speak. So let's get into it.
Okay, so first, I want you to do something for me. Think back for a second. What were you up to when you were 16? Seriously, what was on your mind? Was it school, hanging out with friends? Maybe some hobby you were really into? Just get that picture in your head and hold on to it for a minute. All right, now let's compare that to someone from history who, at that exact same age, was dealing with stuff that would probably crush most adults today. It's kind of wild when you think about it.
So at just 16 years old, the same age we were just thinking about, a guy named Uzziah becomes king. And not just any king. We're talking about one of the greatest kings in the entire Old Testament. His influence wasn't just local either. No way. His fame spread like wildfire. He became like a legend in the ancient world.
And here's what's absolutely mind-blowing about all this. Think about it. He had no Bible to read, not like we do. The Holy Spirit wasn't living inside him, and yet he still achieved greatness. His story just completely shatters that idea that we have to wait, that we need to be older or more prepared before we can actually do something that matters.
And Uzziah isn't some rare exception. Not at all. History, and even the world right now, it's just packed with young people who decided, hey, my time is now. They didn't hang around waiting for someone to give them the green light.
And that's really the heart of it, right? This is the best season of your life. It's not just about learning stuff, filling your head with knowledge. It's about doing stuff. It's the time to not only develop your capacity, but to actually demonstrate it, put it into action. I mean, just look around. We see this happening everywhere today. You've got teenagers winning Olympic gold medals, high school kids publishing their first books. There are literally 15-year-olds out there running their own companies. That whole idea of a child shall lead them, it's not just a nice phrase. It's becoming a reality. In sports, in business, you name it.
So what's the secret? What's the difference between the people who just wait around and the ones who actually go out and do things? Well, it all starts with a huge shift in your mindset, how you think about yourself, and what you're responsible for.
Okay, so you've basically got two ways to approach things. There's the crying baby mindset. That's when you're just passive. You wait for permission, you blame your circumstances when things go wrong, you waste a lot of time. But then there's the royal steps mindset, and that's a total game changer. It's about taking responsibility, actively looking for solutions, investing your time wisely, and doing things with real intention.
The person whose story inspired all of this shared something really powerful. He said when he was 16, he started asking himself a simple question: will a king do this? Like before he did anything, he'd stop and think, would a king just waste his time like this? No. Would a king get into some dumb fight? Absolutely not. So he'd just tell himself, stop it. And that one simple question completely changed how he acted.
And this whole shift, from just letting things happen to actually making things happen, it's not some kind of magic trick. It's a process. It's a journey of growth that literally everyone, no matter how great they become, has to go through.
This is so important to get. Every single giant starts their journey as a baby. Nobody just pops into existence fully formed and amazing. Greatness is a process. It's not a one-time event. Think about it. Even the Messiah, Jesus himself, started his journey on earth as a baby. It's all about that process of growth.
So here's kind of how that journey to authority looks. First, everyone starts as a babe. That's ground zero. Then you become a child. This is when you're growing, learning, asking a million questions. Next up is the adolescent phase. This is where you start to figure out your purpose, kind of like Jesus did when he was 12. And finally, you become a son with authority, fully developed and ready to take on real responsibility and lead.
So, the big question is, how do you actually move through those stages? Well, it's all about being intentional. It means you have to commit to learning. You have to actively avoid distractions, like just endlessly scrolling and chatting on social media. You've got to take personal responsibility for your own development, seek out wisdom, and, this one's tough, you have to look your weaknesses right in the eye and deal with them. So when you really get it, when you understand the potential you have and you see the process for what it is, it all comes down to you. The choice to act or to just let it all slide by is completely in your hands. And this is really the bottom line. Your destiny is right in your hand. You can do whatever you please with it. It's not about fate or luck. It's about choice. It's up to you.
And the consequences of that choice are super clear, aren't they? If you play it away, you're gonna regret it. But if you take responsibility, you're gonna celebrate it. Simple as that. The outcome is a direct result of what you do or don't do, starting right now.
So look, the choice is yours. The journey from just being a kid to becoming a giant is there for anyone who's willing to step up. So I'll leave you with this final thought. What will you build?